Another statement that should not be overlooked: wise individuals should carefully consider their decisions to avoid the negative consequences of inadequate deliberation. And now, here is the past story of the demon conqueror. You are invited to listen. Muthalakana Jataka, the ascetic who controlled his desires once, when the Bodhisattva was born as a hermit who had attained profound spiritual insights, he practiced asceticism in the Himavanta forest. Later, he resided in the royal park of the city of Varanasi. One morning, the hermit went on his alms round and reached the palace gates. The king, seeing him, was inspired and invited him to have a meal and stay in the park. The hermit lived there for 16 years. One day, when the king went to suppress a rebellion near the border, he entrusted the duty of offering food to the queen. Once, after preparing the meal, the queen waited, thinking the hermit might be late. She lay down in the palace hall, and at that moment, the hermit, leaping through a window, saw her beauty, which ignited desire in him, causing his meditative focus to immediately deteriorate. After that, he could neither eat nor sleep for 7 days, his body became emaciated, and he lay listless in his hermitage. On the 7th day, the king returned, finished his duties, and visited the hermit in his hermitage. Seeing the hermit's concerning condition, he inquired about the cause. The hermit replied, "Because my mind harbored desire for your queen, my meditation deteriorated." The king was pleased to offer the queen to the hermit. The queen told the hermit that he must have a residence. The hermit then requested one from the king, who granted him a house. The queen did not enter because that house was very dirty. The hermit then fetched a basket from the royal residence and cleaned up the trash, cleaning everything slowly and filling the water pots. While sitting on the bed, the queen pulled the hermit's shoulder, making him bow down in front, and said, "Do you not realize what you are? A sage or a Brahmin?" Hearing this, the hermit regained his senses, which had been clouded by his desires. He returned the queen to the king, bid farewell to the king, and went back to practice asceticism in the original forest, never returning to the palace again. This Jataka tale teaches us that, when faced with desires and cravings, one should always maintain mindfulness and wisdom. The Buddhist proverb for this story teaches, "One who can eliminate all attachments is truly at peace and attains inner tranquility." This Jataka tale has come to an end, and the saying that everyone should consider is wise individuals should carefully consider their decisions to avoid the negative consequences of inadequate deliberation. May everyone benefit from listening to this story.